Hi guys, and welcome back to another WotTUT episode. I know I've been promising to do one for a while now, and so, well, here it is. Today we're going to be explaining the mathematics behind view range and spotting range. And well, let me explain this. I'll break this down. We're going to be doing view range versus camouflage, and I'm actually going to be using a website that I came across. It's called WOTINFO.net or wotinfo.net. It's a beautiful little website. I came across it the other day. It has multiple languages, Russian, German, and English. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world. It's a good little website to have. And what we're going to do is, I can guarantee you're not going to be at this tier if you're watching these episodes. So we're going to go to all tiers. We're going to go to all nations. And we're going to start with a low tier tank. Let's start with something common. Here we go, T18. You're going to come across this tank a lot. So we've got our T18 here, and as you can see, its view range is only 240, which is pretty piss poor pathetic. So how can we increase it? Well, we could add a binocular telescope. We could add coated optics. We could add a whole bunch of things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoot around, and I'm going to find one of my tanks that has optics in it that I can take out quickly, because I'm a bit, here we go. The Panzerkampfwagen. That's the Durchbruchwagen. So I'm going to take that out the Durchbruchwagen, go back to my T18 quickly, and we're going to insert it into the T18. So now, my T18 has binocular telescopes, excuse me. So it has a 25% view range when stationary up to 500 meters. I also have a camo net, which is good. You always want to have a camo net because this is a tank destroyer. Camouflage is this tank's core strength, not its armor, even though its hull armor of 51 is pretty trollish. But instead of using like Woot Viewer and things like that, there are a whole bunch of other tools out there that you can get, model viewing wise. But we're going to bring up the website, so we're going to take a quick look, okay, at the website. And so we're going to put in here T18. For some reason it's not coming up, so T18. Now, as you can see, it lists your camouflage while stationary, your camouflage while on the move, and your camouflage after you've shot. So we've got a camo net. We don't have vehicle camo. We do have improved vents. We don't have any consumables. And camo skill on this tank is absolutely 0. Wow. Did you see that big drop just there for a quick second? Let's just go back up. And most people say camouflage doesn't do anything really. Look at that. 50.77 down to 34.37. Wow. That is a big freaking difference. So let's see, I don't have coated optics, but I do have a binocular telescope. My recon skill is 0. My situational awareness skill is 0. So, that is the actual view range of my tank when stationary. 306.43. Now, if we quickly go back to World of Tanks, it says view range of 240. So now we actually know that my view range is 306 while stationary, which is good. And that my camo rating right now is 34.37. So while I don't move or I don't shoot, my camouflage is at 34.37, which is, again, good information to have. Now, let's check how camo values work. Now, the explanation of topic camo values. Base camo value were hidden by game developers, so they were determined experimental on the beta test client. The overview, there was no camo values on vehicles with top turrets and top cannons. Okie dokie. Spotting mechanics. Now, let's go back to the website quickly. This will explain a few things. Now, as you can see, We have a Soviet IS, I think it's an IS, KV-1S, IS, it's a Soviet IS line tank. Now, I have no idea what these blue and red dots are because it's so here in Russian, but don't worry about that. The English part is what we need. The viewport on the cannon basement can rotate with the turret. So, pretty much these are the points of where you see, if you know what I mean. So these are basically saying this is where the view range ping comes out. Now, it explains the ping. The spotting conditions are checked continuously on the game server. Time intervals for the checks are within 50 meters, okay, it's a 0.01 second. 150 meters is a 0.05 second. So the further they're out, the longer it takes in seconds for the ping to come back. Your view ping, basically. Think of it as a sonar ping on a submarine. Because submarines don't have windows, so when they're under the water, they can't exactly just look out a bloody window, now can they? But they use sonar, so that they send the ping out, and then once it hits an object, that ping comes back and says, oh, there's a rock here, let's turn, and vice versa. Well, that's how they're working out the camo to spot range. Now, we already know what our view range is of 306, and after each shot immediately, the spot ends. The target value remains visible for 5 to 10 seconds. It's a random thing, apparently. Bonus for camo values. Now, this is what you need to pay attention to. Now, we're a tank destroyer, so let's look at point one. Bushes, trees, and over obstacles on the map. Some bushes give a camo bonus of up to 50%, but after a shot is in effect, it then disappears almost completely. All bushes within 15 meters are keeping only a 20% of initial camo bonus. These rules apply only for shooting a vehicle. If some other vehicles are stationary nearby, it stays hidden. Bonuses are staying and broken trees are equal. Camo net gives a bonus according to the vehicle class added by the base camo. For example, the camo net on our tank destroyer is giving us a base of 15. If it's on a medium or a light tank, it'll be a base of 10. And if it was on a heavy or artillery, it'd be a base of 5. There, now we're working that out. It is added to vehicles on a base camo value. Wargaming vehicle camo gives a bonus according to the vehicle class added to the base camo. Okay, so a base camo of a tank destroyer is +4 with our camo net of +15. So that gives us so 15 plus 4 is 19. So that's a +19. Are you starting to understand now? Cammo crew skill gives a plus 0.75% camo bonus for each 1% of an average crew skill. Commander's bonus increases overall impact on 10%, i.e. 81% of a base camo value by 5 crew members. Perks Brothers in Arms, Vents, Consumables are increasing overall impact too. 5. Movement. Camo value is decreased while moving. Penalties are follows. Tank destroyers, neg 40%. Medium tanks, neg 25%. Light tanks, neg 25%. Heavies and artillery, neg 50%. Shooting. While shooting, the vehicle is losing almost all of its camouflage. The impact depends on the installed cannon. The rule. Larger the caliber brings larger camo penalties. So, for example, my 5916, my Chinese 5916 light tank, only has a 57mm gun, which is why I don't lose my camouflage when I shoot. Because the caliber is basically me taking a 9mm and trying to shoot a tank with it. Picture Tom Hanks in Saving Private Ryan, shooting at the Tiger tank. Well, let's see. Camo value, observer's view range, spotting distance, observer's view range, neg 50%. Calculating camouflage values. Camo values on a particular could be calculated with the following formula. Camo value couldn't be more than 1. The camo value some vehicles have, the closer the distance is needed between observer and the vehicle to spot. With camo value of a vehicle, you can calculate the spotting distance as this. Spotting distance equals observer's view range minus camo value. Observer's view range is neg 50. Spotting distance is normally smaller as calculated than the formula because other camo bonuses such as bushes, camo net, and others. So, as you can see, guys, if you really want more information, I will post links to this video down below so you can check out this website and read it for yourself. But pretty much what they're saying is, if you really want to spot a tank, figure out your view range. It's always going to come down to view range versus camouflage. Now, You cannot up your view range, but you can up your camouflage, which is why there are some tanks you just don't see as they're hitting you. So bear in mind of that, guys. Okay, this is a very useful website to have. Now, let's take a look at skills and perks. Now, here's a list of what does what and for whom to wear. So we're going to take a look at what increases your view range. Now, typically, what increases your view range is recon skill. Increases view range of your vehicle. Effective is bigger. With damaged observation device, the effect is accumulative with radio operator skills, situational awareness, coated optics, and binocular telescope. So, there you go, guys. If you want to increase your view range, go for the recon skill. Go for the situational awareness skill. What else is there? Designated target wouldn't be a bad skill to have. Allows you to see enemies in your reticle for additional 2 seconds. If two gunners have the same perk, it is not accumulative. Has no effect modified. Effects last 2 seconds for enemy vehicles within 10 degrees of your vehicle. Again, not a lot of people know this, but clutch braking increases vehicle rotation, and it is accumulative with additional grousers, followed with land lease oil or remove speed governor or 110 octane or 105 octane. So a lot of Russian tanks should be good at twerking because they get both the land lease oil and the removed speed governor. However, I know the Germans get the additional grousers. So that's good info for you to realize if you're in a Panzer III and you want to try and, I wouldn't say tanker shot from a KV-1, but you now have an idea that you can twerk. What else is there? Controlled impact. Off-road driving, again, is accumulative with additional grousers. Relaying, call for vengeance, safe stowage, adrenaline rush. This perk increases reload rate of damaged vehicle if it happens to be lower than 10%. If two loaders have the same perk, it's not accumulative. Plus 9.1% to gunner's reload rate, i.e. if your vehicle has less than 10% of its hit points left, reload time will be shortened by 90.9% of the initial value. Pretty good, but if you're already damn near at your maximum reload rate, that ain't going to do shit for you. But there you go, guys. It's a good little site. It even explains the newer matchmaking. It even goes down to tank specifics for premium tanks. So if you have a specific premium tank, for example, if we're looking at low tiers here, so if you have a T2 light tank, maximum tier you'll see is tier 4. If you're in a Panzerkampfwagen 2 Azov J, the max you'll see is tier 4. If you're in a Coventer, the max you'll see is tier 6. If you're in a Chaffee, you'll see it all the way up to tier 10s. So yeah, that's kind of sucky. You will see up to tier 10s. Let's see, what does the TOG see? The TOG sees tier 6, tier 7s. Panther M10, KV5 is designed to see tier 8s, tier 9s. What else? Let's take a look at the T-34, because the T-34 is not listed here for some reason. T-34-3 is, but the T-34 American Heavy is not listed. So it just gets the nominal matchmaker of tier 10s. Yep. But there you go, guys. This website, the guy takes donations. If you're interested in donating to him, you can donate €2, €3, or €5. You could share it on Facebook. You could share it on G+. You could share it on Twitter. You can share it on, I think it's Vocale. Yeah, it's Vocale. Unfortunately, I'm not a member of that. But again, guys, it lists all the skills and perks. Matchmaking, camo comparison values. So you can compare camouflage. Again, this is one of the things I absolutely love about this site. We'll pick a nation, a starting nation like America. We'll pick all of them. We'll go to tier... Let's go tier 5. And this shows every tier 5 tank's base camouflage rating while stationary, while on the move, and while shooting. So you can literally pick what tank for what tier. Now, isn't that cool? I think that's absolutely... Look at the T-49's camo rating. It's got the highest camo rating of all tier 5 Americans. You know what? Let's go all tier 5s. Let's see who's got the highest camo rating. Okay. SU-85 at 2257. Is there anything higher than 2257? 2257, 2257, 2257. Ooh, ELC AMX is close at 22. But no. The big boy contender is the SU-85 with 2257 camouflage. Wow. Again, guys, it's an interesting website. It tells you little things about tanks that you don't normally know on paper stats from World of Tanks. So let's go back to WotTUT. As you can see, it won't tell you the paper stats, you know, your camouflage, your view range, things of that nature, which is a bit of a shame. Again, guys, you know, this is just the beginning intros to World of Tanks. And again, guys, if you can give me some feedback on these videos as to what you want to see, what you want to learn about World of Tanks, I will try my best to put out video content for you. Again, that's what it's all about, is entertaining content. Today, Wednesday, I will be streaming for up until 3 o'clock, as I've got prior engagements. So yeah, guys, I hope to see you on my Twitch stream. It's Twitch TV/Deceptive Cobras. And as always, guys, keep your shells flying, keep your enemies dying. Cobra Commander is out.